think we're live. Yes, we're live. We're live. Thank goodness. How are you? Good evening. Thank you for joining. So, where are we? We are in Seattle. And we're taking the A320 on a flight down to San Francisco this evening. So probably looking at around about 2 hours, thereabouts, once we're in the air. So, should be a nice little flight. Nice little flight indeed. Hello, Bev. I love the profile picture. Incredible scenes. Right, so we're going to do a cold and dark to get us going. So we hop in, you see it's all off. All off, all off. So let's just check a couple of things. Parking brake set. Thrust levers idle. Engine switches off. It's all looking good. Right. Let's it's 4 AM where you live? Of course it is. Of course it is. What are you doing up at 4 AM, man? Like, I'd be asleep. I would be asleep. Okay, let's get the batteries on. Ground power. Let's get this thing alive. I'm glad you're here anyway, even if it is 4 AM for you. Alright, nav and logo lights. Let's get the APU fired up. I have a question for the community later. So I'm going to do a little poll. I'm interested to see what you'll think. Little idea I've got rattling around in my head for the channel. But as with most of my ideas, some of them are just truly dreadful, so you never know. You never know. Oh, look who's here. The co-pilot's arrived. How's it going? You have to make a new account because the other one was glitched. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Right, what am I doing? I'm getting distracted here looking at chat. APU bleed. Thank you. Okay, get rid of external power. Set the thingy bobs up here. 1, 2, 3. And we'll get our fuel pumps on. I'm still never sure whether I should be calling you Bev or Bevy or Bevet or what I should be doing, really. So I do apologise. Alright, let's get some crew supply on the go. And I'm looking for white lights, working my way through the panels, and I cannot see any. So that's good. Okay, let's get the emergency lights to arm. No smoking. Decided on... See, how do I even say that? Bevet? Is that right? Bevet? Am I doing that right? Right, Beve it is. And for, I think I'm right in pronouncing Wissam as Wissam, is that right? Or am I getting that wrong as well? Highly likely. I do apologise if I'm messing up your names. I really do apologise. Okay, right. While this all comes to life, let's... So I'm fueled. Seattle to San Francisco is loaded in. That's good. 1012. $2989. Honestly, like I've said it once and I'll say it again, like it's the most difficult, unexpected thing was pronouncing people's names. I never thought for a minute that would be like a hard thing, but it was. I'm in the wrong menu. Is Wissam the right way to say it, or is it more like Wessam? Alright, in it. Right, we are taking off on runway... (16C). We're going on the HAROB6 SID. Where do we transition? Where do we transition? Erave? Is that how you say that? Cool, let's go with that. Sweet, and coming into San Francisco, we're going to do ILS. Hey Travis, how you doing? I'm doing well, thank you very much indeed. Very well indeed. And we're going to come in on this one here. BDEGA, I guess. Oh, which fire do I use? You want to become a pilot for American Airlines? Fair play. That is a good ambition. Good for you. Okay. Archie. And we'll transition. Is that Malbec? As in the wine, maybe? Alright. Five years switching the router on and off. Yeah, good luck with that. Oof. Okay. So I think that's our flight plan mostly done. It's 1/. is it? 1 slash, is it UO? UP0.1. That's what it is. UP. I need to look up what this means because I'm just doing it literally as I've been told. Nice. In our 0 fuel weights. Right, now we should. Yeah, here we go, look. Get some takeoff weights. Yeah, the paper plane is definitely an appropriate profile picture, for sure. For sure. Alright, nice. So we've got this set to local. Let's see. What is our transition coming out of Seattle? It's like 10,000. Don't have any, do we have any restrictions? So we need to be above 3,000 as we kind of head out from the runway. Yeah. Doesn't look like it. Let's go for 10 in the window. It seems appropriate. Hey, the nav's come on. I was literally just about to think, where is the nav? I could really use it right now. Here we go. So this is us. Let's go to plan. So, come out of runway 16C, head into the south. Let's just crank this up a touch. We've got on our constraints. We need to be above 3,000 at this waypoint. But above 10 at HAROB. Right, and this is where our SID ends. So where on earth is that next waypoint? All the way down there. So I think we can safely clear that flight plan discontinuity. So then it is literally straight as an arrow south all the way down to California. See what it does on the way in. So this is the start. This is where we transition into the start at Malbec. Between 24 and 28,000, and we've also got a speed restriction in play as well of 280 knots. A little bit lower, 23 to 19, keeping it 280, 16, 13, 11. Right, what goes on here then? So we go over the airfield at 10,000. Where's it want to go? It wants bricks. I think we clear that manual. Then what will it do? It's probably going to freak out, isn't it? Okay. Zoom ourselves out just a touch. Yeah, the plane is not going to like this, I can tell you that much. What does the chart say? So, Malbec. So the chart agrees so far. Malbec, Johnny, Bigelow, I guess that's called. Then Lozet, yep. Then BDEGA, yep. Cork, yep. Then Bricks. Okay, so it wants us at Bricks A, which is literally above the airfield. Then it wants us to go to... then it wants us to go to Archie. So where is Archie? Gotcha. Okay, well, what I'm going to do when we get to Bricks is disconnect autopilot, I think. And then bring ourselves out and around and in. Because the plane look is just trying to... It can't work it out. Bless it. Ideally, I would put in my own discontinuity in there. But I don't know how to do it. Which is unfortunate. Nice, that'll do. That's fine. That'll do it. Alright, I think we're ready for pushback. So let's put our beacon on. Seatbelt signs are already on. Thank you. Let's get rid of let's get rid of this. Straight into the plane. Brilliant. Watch the paint work. Come on. I feel like I'm forgetting something. You ever get that feeling? I think we're in a pretty good place. Yeah, I wish I knew what that gate was doing. I honestly do. Right, let's lock the door. Pop that one over there. Let's crank this up a little bit. It's a bit on the dim side, isn't it? Good. Okay, so the plan for the pushback is we're gonna go straight back over here and then make our way down to the taxiway. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. That is the plan. So, let's call the tug. You woke up at 3:55, and I would never do that. I sleep until the alarm. There's nothing going to wake me up unless that alarm goes off. Alright, we've got the tug. Parking brake off. Seems a bit quick, but okay. I'm going to go with this way. Yes, good. That's better. Straighten ourselves out a little bit. Set an alarm You didn't, really? Did you actually? No way. Ah! Hey. Oh, wow. That's, I'm quite stunned. Tug literally just, like, ditch us and then go. Genuinely don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. Right. Let's get our engine thing into start. Start engine 2. Engine 1. Good. Everything's looking good. Okay, let's set our auto brakes to max. Arm speed brakes. Flaps to 1. Good. It's back. Excellent. Let's turn the APU bleed off. Now we're running under our own power. And we'll put some strobes on auto. Nose lights to taxi. And we'll do runway turn off lights because why not? And I think we are set up and ready to taxi. So, get zoomed in a little bit here. So the plan is go, the plane's moving, that's always a good sign. Plan is we'll head down here and we will take a left. Which will put us to the east of all 3 runways. We've just got 1 runway to cross, which will be 16 right. Hopefully we won't fall through the taxiway. Not like in Las Vegas, I couldn't believe that. Absolutely could not believe that. I was like, you've got to be kidding. Oh, map. And stats. There we go. It's Tuesday in the UK. Yes, it is. All day. Yeah, I'm just going to have to cut these lines here because I think I've messed it up a little bit. I should be not here. I should be on the other side. We'll keep going. That's fine. Yeah, still Tuesday here. It is coming up on 7:30 PM. Tuesday all day. And as my old history teacher would say, if you play your cards right, you can have Wednesday tomorrow. He was a character. What was the other one he said? This has been the best Tuesday I've had all week. Okay. It must be Wednesday morning if it's 4 AM. Is that right? I've got that right. I'm not like going the wrong direction, am I? Right. That mean I can finally say him in the future? Yeah, I guess it does in this instance, yeah. How is it? Is it good? So I suppose when it comes to like tech releases, like, you know, like when the iPhone comes out, you almost get it like way before, well not way before, but like you must get it first, right? Like when the new iPhone 1,000,000 comes out, or whatever number they go up to. Kind of feels like they need to reset their whole naming thing, like the... Starting to feel... Is it me or is it just starting to feel a bit long in the tooth now? Like the iPhone 17, the iPhone 18, 19, 21, the iPhone 23, like that's... I don't know. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it somehow. Alright. There's no traffic because we're in single player, but it's good manners to look. So we're going to cross this runway. What's the airline? I will show you in a moment. I'm so glad you asked. So glad you asked. We go 16C, this is us. I'll line up and I will gladly show you what airline we're in. Here we are. This is the airline. Me. I cannot begin to tell you how long it took me to make this rather unimpressive looking livery, but it's mine and I love it. So I am working on a version 2, but it's just finding the time, like as with all these things. But yeah, just like trying to get this lined up correctly and this, and you can see I missed a bit there. Where is it? Oh, I've zoomed in. See that little tiny bit of turquoise there? You'll never unsee that now I've shown you. I don't know, I just couldn't get rid of that no matter how hard I tried. I went through every single texture, like painting it over in this dark blue, nothing. So I don't know what to tell you. Right, let's takeoff config looks good. Right, I don't know about the rest of you, but I fancy we just get going and get down to San Francisco. Let's go. Provided we don't get any bings and bongs. That would help. Takeoff lights. Stupid boy. What?
Okay.
Alright, that runway's bugged.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. What on earth? Flippin' heck. This game, honestly. You strive for, like, realism, and then you get that. Alright, new plan. New plan. We will try... We'll pretend that didn't happen. We'll try the runway to the left. Oh, man. Well, at least you get to do the takeoff again. Can't believe that happened. That's like the second time. You're now happy. You woke up at 5 to 4 in the morning to watch me career off the runway because it caught my nose wheel by surprise. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's a fairly fundamental part of the game, right? To have a runway that is functional as a runway, given that we're in a flight simulator. You are from the future, after all. Oh, man. In my country, it is 8:32 p.m. Ah, so you are an hour ahead of me, which I guess would put you somewhere in Europe. Or potentially Africa? South Africa's one that always catches me out. Because obviously, for me, it'd be a long flight from the UK. But I think they're only like an hour different, because you're not actually going that far west. It's obviously mostly south, which I know makes total sense when you think about it. Like, of course that makes sense, but it's just one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, when you kind of think about it. Oh, Poland, nice. Never been to Poland. Be cool to go there someday. Hey, Loco. How's tricks? Might miss today's next stream because I'm quite busy. Well, that's... You're going to have to cancel things, I'm sorry. That's all there is to it. Alright. Odds on this runway letting us take off? What are the odds? Given that the last one nearly threw us into the ground. For those just joining us that didn't witness the last 5 minutes, we, for whatever reason, we kind of fell half through the runway and almost got catapulted off. So we're trying again on a different runway. We were on 16C, we're going to give 16 left a try and hope that we have a bit more luck. Hope that we have a little bit more luck. Right. Let's nice and lined up. Hey, Modover. Runway lights on. Turn off lights on. Landing lights on. Nose takeoff strobes on. Yeah, it's a really annoying bug, isn't it? Or you cancel your doctor. Yeah, okay, maybe don't do that. Maybe cancel the stream. I'll let it pass. Right. Take 2. Let's go to San Francisco. Let's go. This is looking good. Okay, this is showing a lot more promise. Let's rotate quickly. Nice. Try and hold it at 15 degrees. Gear up. Magic. Get speed to 215 maybe? Let's do 215. It worked. We're up. Probably get a crash to desktop now after all of that. But no!
$2,500.
Yeah, we know. Thank you. There we go. Autopilot on. Dad says if I still watch you, he will switch my face on the keyboard. Okay. No. I'm not here to judge. There we go. I've got a side stick, yes. I've got the Thrustmaster Airbus TCA, you know, the one that looks blue and is like the one out of the Airbus. I've also got the throttles to go with it. And I've got a set of Logitech Rudder Pedals. Sorely tempted by the Boeing yoke that Thrustmaster do, but it's like £350 for that? And try as I might, I just can't justify that. You know, I've ran the numbers many times and I've justified it many different ways, and it's just like, no, that is still basically like buying a PlayStation 5 on a controller, essentially. Anyway, check in with me in like 3 months and I'll have probably bought it, and then I'll be justifying it, be like, oh yeah, well, you know, because I do YouTube, I kind of need it. I don't need it, but I really want it. Right, how are we looking in here? Good. So let's accelerate out to 250, head into 10,000, which we are almost at. I think that's probably my go-to recommendation, is the that Thrustmaster Airbus stick. I don't know what it's like in your region, but here in the UK you can quite often see it for like £49 on sale regularly. They say it's a sale price, but it always seems to be somewhere around there. And it gives you kind of everything you need, really. Gives you rudder control with the twist on the stick, which isn't the best, but it works. You got a throttle, you've got really nice motion. You got the autopilot button that you would have in the real Airbus. Right, here we go. 10,000 feet. Let's go to standard. Oh, yeah. Would it work on the Xbox? That's a good question. One that I don't have the answer to. I mean, maybe if you can, like, buy it from somewhere online, or you can just return it if it doesn't, as long as you don't completely destroy the packaging. There's bound to be a YouTuber that's tried it, you would think, with the Xbox. A 747 with a Cessna on X-Plane the other day. Until I see you do it in a paper plane, I won't be impressed. Oh, you've got the A319 is out already. Oh no, I'm thinking. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the A310, aren't I? That's not out yet, is it? Hey, Europe. 001. How's it going? I haven't forgotten about Newcastle to Crete, by the way. Oh, the A310's coming in November. Cool, cool. So where's the A319 come from? That's not a Sobo, is it? Or is it a third-party dev that's made it? Ah, okay, gotcha, third party. Cheers for all the likes so far, by the way, whoever's left them. Much appreciated. It's like the best way you can help any YouTuber, so I do appreciate that, thank you. Paper planes are better than normal airliners, 100% proven by me. Well, you do live in the future, so I'll just have to take your word for that. Latin VFR is a creator. Never heard of that. That's cool though, so I guess it must be on the PC then as well if it's on the Xbox. I guess what is on one is usually on the other, isn't it? I do love that it is on the Xbox though, the game. Very, very cool that console players can get hold of it and give it a go. Never really liked that flight sim was almost kind of off limits to a lot of people. The flight models from the A320N. Yeah, well, that's fine though, isn't it? It's like on the PC, you can get the A330 900 Neo but from what I can gather, it's like a fork of the plane we're in now, the A320NX by fly-by-wire. But it looks like an A330, so it's cool. Yeah, nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that at all. As long as you enjoy the flying, that's the main thing. Yeah, the A350 is a cool plane. Very cool plane. Never been on one. No immediate plans to fly far enough that I would ever be likely to get on one either, which is a bit sad when you think of it like that, but I'm glad I got to fly on a 747 when I did. Definitely. So I think you'd have a job to get on one now. Gatwick to Vegas. Long, long way. Paper air. Yeah, the 747, like in real life flying on it, it was what struck me was how like when you take off in an A320 or a 737, like you feel and you hear like there's so much noise. You feel like that sort of push as you start taking off, like the thrust. Didn't get that with the 747. Everything felt way more sort of like graceful. I was quite far forward where I was sat. I think I was like almost level with the stairs where you go upstairs. Obviously I was downstairs, I hasten to add, but so it's reasonably near the front. And partway through the flight, I don't know why, I looked back and I could see like a straight line all the way back to the end galley on the plane. And I was just so struck by how long it was. It almost made me feel a bit like a bit strange. I mean, I'm not good with heights, which I know is ironic given what we're doing now, but that feeling like if you go up a step ladder and you sort of look down and you're like, ugh, that sort of feeling. Or if you peer over the edge of a cliff, that kind of vertigo, I think they call it, that you get. I had like a variant of that sensation. I think what struck me was like, how can something this long be travelling at the speed it's travelling at and not be like snapping in half? It was yeah, it was an amazing machine. MUC to Tokyo. Where's MUC? You have to forgive me. Alright, let's check in over here. Everything's looking good. 607 miles to run. Oh, Munich, of course. Of course. My bad. So it's actually quite a gradual descent. Usually on these sort of flight plans, the first sign of an altitude you need to descend to is almost like 8,000 feet, and it's almost like right by the runway. But this one they're starting us at 26, 21, 16. So that's quite nice. Out the front. Nearly 5 AM. Well, we should have you there by breakfast. I can't believe you woke up. Genuinely quite shocked by that. Right, got an important question in the chat. I'm doing a poll. The choice is yours. I know some people like the engine noise, some people like the music. There's a funny looking cloud ahead of us. I'll let the poll run for 5 or 10 minutes and we'll see where it lands. So I had an idea for some extra content for the channel. I don't know what you all think about it. I'll put a community post up as well tonight once I'm done. Try and get perhaps some more broader feedback on it. So I was thinking, like, obviously at the moment we're doing the flight live and, you know, interacting with you, we're in the chat, we're all having a good time. But I can only do this a few times a week, sort of 4 usually. Monday morning, Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning, Thursday evening, UK time. So that leaves quite a lot of other time where I can't stream. So I had a thought today. So right now I'm recording all the flight data for this flight. So potentially, when the stream is over, I could replay the whole stream and record it and capture it and make it into a video, like a full stream. So I could maybe say I was going to do a passenger view all the way from Seattle, like this, or this. So the view wouldn't change, it would just be like a passenger experience from Seattle to San Francisco. And it would be just like a 2-hour video, the whole flight from, you know, taxi. I probably wouldn't do all the starting up of the plane. I would do from pushback to taxi. Yeah, start from like the end of pushback and taxi our way down, take off, and end it when we get to the gate in San Francisco. There'd be no commentary. There'd be no fancy camera work. It would just be like a passenger experience. If you were a passenger on this plane looking out the window, this is what you would see for 2 hours. And I thought about maybe doing some like lo-fi ambient music to go over the top of it. So almost just like a 2-hour, in this case, for this flight it would be 2 hours. Maybe if I did a transatlantic it would be even longer, but just a 2-hour piece of chill content. Kind of like background, ambient, bit of engine noise, a little bit of chilled music. I don't know. As with a lot of my ideas, it could be a terrible one, but I thought I'd ask. And then I thought, well, I could upload that 2-hour video and people could maybe put it on when they're like studying or working or whatever, you know, like it's up to them when they want to watch it. But then I thought, why don't I stream it as well? Because maybe some people could find a sense of community in the chat. Obviously I wouldn't be there like I am now. I would set it streaming and kind of get on with my day, because I'd be doing this in times where I can't sit here and fly the thing myself. So I don't know. Part of me feels like it's a bit of a cop-out, because I'm streaming, but I'm essentially streaming a pre-recorded video, and that feels a little bit like not cool in some ways. But I think as long as I make it clear, like in the description and like maybe in the title, I'll put like AFK, so like obviously I won't be there. I don't know. You alright, Karen? That D key working alright for you? Well, as lovely as it's been, Karen, we'll be seeing you. I think commentary streams are better. Yeah, no, I would agree with you. I think they are. Just thinking that there's potential times where I could stream more. I mean, maybe not necessarily stream, maybe it could just be an uploaded video. Maybe streaming is the wrong way to approach it. But for whatever reason, streams do way better on my channel than standard videos. So I think my concern is that if I were to upload a 2-hour video of this flight, I can't see it getting many views. However, if I were to stream it, I think it would attract views, or the stream would. And then once you've got that stream, it turns into a video afterwards, and that video then carries the momentum that the stream gave it. So it wouldn't replace, to be clear, this wouldn't replace what we're doing now, it'd be in addition to. Maybe on the other days that I can't get to stream, or in the times between, maybe like a mid-afternoon thing my time. I don't know, just playing with ideas. Anyway, how's that poll doing? 3 votes, come on, you can do better than that. Can't make a decision on 3 votes. Double digits minimum. Come on, there's 12 of you in here. Do the poll. I demand it. some funny looking cloud. Oh, it's 5 AM for you now, so we're an hour away, apparently. So 6 AM, I think probably add another 15 minutes. I think the ETE that you can see on the screen there, that is projected based on our current speed. And obviously we're going to be slowing down significantly. We're on 5 votes, currently 100% in favour of a little bit of music. Okay. How much does the Phoenix cost? That is a good question. I don't know, because I don't own it. I think it's... I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. $49.99 in pounds, British pounds, on their website apparently. Yeah, that's right, this is the fly-by-wire. I think basically, given how good the fly-by-wire is, I struggled to justify an additional £50. I mean, I know it's got things implemented that the fly-by-wire hasn't yet, such as VNAV. But yeah, I kind of had to ask myself, is that worth £50? I mean, £50, you spend that on like a full game. Like, you know, the PS5 or Xbox, that's like game money territory, really. So it didn't feel right spending that level of money, I didn't think. I did buy the PMDG 737 only because there was no other alternative available for free that was decent. So I waited for the 800 variant to come out and got that. It's one of those things, isn't it, where if you're not careful, you could, like, 12 months goes by and you've spent, like, £300 on planes. Possibly made a silly error, actually. Put up a poll asking if people want some lo-fi music during the cruise, so now, basically. My audio setup may be broken to even do it if we go ahead with it. Yeah, you're right. The whole gaming market at the moment is very much very upselly, isn't it? Very, very upselly. But it works. The numbers don't lie. You know, you look at the money that Call of Duty make with Warzone. You know, it's free to play, but my goodness, they make some money out of that. Otherwise, why would they do it? Yeah, pay to win. Although now it seems like it's more like pay to look good while you win, or if you win. Yeah, that whole side of gaming I find a bit weird. I mean, like, I do play PC games other than this. Like, make no mistake, I'm a massive flight sim nerd, but as an aside, I also do really like PC gaming, like Call of Duty, Valorant, Counter-Strike, those kind of things. And I was thinking the other day, like, I'm so lucky that other people are willing to pay for all the guns and all the skins and all the bits and pieces that allow that game to be offered for free and still be financially viable to the company making it. Because basically those people give me a free ride. You're right, Harry. You're not a Valorant fan. It is definitely one of those games I love to hate. Let's put it that way. Rage is real. But yeah, Fortnite, Warzone, Apex, Valorant, CSGO, whatever, like, it's all built on the back of selling add-ons, and I'm like, well, why would I? Especially with Valorant, like, sure, the gun looks different, but it makes absolutely no difference to how the gun looks. I don't know, maybe I'm doing it wrong. No, we were just saying, actually, Harry, no, I don't have the Phoenix. This is the fly-by-wire. Yeah, struggle to justify the extra expense given how good the fly-by-wire is. I mean, I know there's a few bits missing. VNAV being probably the top of my list, but I'll wait it out, I think. So I'd say it's a fairly resounding yes to the music. 9 votes, 100% in favour of it. Well, let's see if it works. So I've got a Stream Deck and I've got a button set up to hopefully do it all for me. Give it a go, see if it works. So far we have nothing. Oh no. Oh, Harry, don't you tempt me now. Like, my wallet will not thank you for this. Alright, I'm going to end the poll, mostly because the music's not working. Sorry. Loki says, I remember when I was a kid and games already came full and you didn't have to pay. Yeah. Yeah, and even if like they did try and make some more money later on, that would be an expansion pack and it would be way cheaper. And there was a clear understanding. You know, you pay another $17.99 and you get this, and it's like, oh, cool, fine. Whereas now it always feels like there's an undertone of insincerity about it. Almost like, come in, it's all free, and then it's like, aha, but if you want this, it's not free. It all feels a little bit smoke and mirrors to me. Right guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. You all enjoy the cruise. I'm back. What did I miss? How far have we got to run? Let's see. Quite a way, yeah, 388 miles. Hey Nick, how you doing? Long time. Well, I say long time, a few days. Long enough. How are you? You okay? Nice. Glad to hear it. So, according to the stats on the top of the screen, we're 43 minutes out. Now, let's take this opportunity to plan our top of descent, because we need to be at 26,000 feet by Johnny? So how many miles is it to Johnny from where we are now? Oof. Well, that looks like the same. Let's go with that one, shall we? 262 miles to Johnny, and that is, they want us at 26,000. Let's just check, it's probably arranged. Yeah, okay, so we could go as low as 24. So let's say we want to do that. Let's say we want to go to 24. Let's head over here. We're at 37,000 feet, and we want to go down to, let's say, 24,000 feet. Do it 2,000 feet per minute, 49 miles. Okay. So basically in our progress page, when this gets to about like 50, we'll start our descent. It's about 200 miles. This won't take long. Thanks for all the likes, by the way, everyone. I really do appreciate that. It's like the I know I always say it, but it's like the one sure way. If you want to help the stream, that's the way to do it. Hit that like button. Past 5 in the morning. Can't believe you got up for the stream. That's I feel like you need like a special badge next to your name in the chat or something. Yeah, Nick, that's a good question. Where are we going to fly to next? So the stream will be tomorrow morning my time, about 9:30 a.m. And well, where did we get to? We got to Adelaide, didn't we? Our tour of Australia ended in Adelaide, so we went Brisbane, Sydney, Sydney, Melbourne, Melbourne to Adelaide. So let's have a good think. Where's like the next nearest place? I mean, Perth is a long way away, isn't it? That's going to be a minute. I forget. There was another place. Oh yeah, that's it. Canberra. Now, where is that? Let me punch that into the map. Does Canberra heading back towards Sydney? Or have I got the wrong place? Hey Mike, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, the weather's looking great. Weather's great, the graphics are great, everything's great. They really did quite the job, didn't they? Alice Springs. Okay, let's look at Alice Springs. Sorry, Mike, we're just trying to plan the next flight in Australia. We've been on a bit of a tour of Australia the last few streams, so we're trying to work out where to go next from Adelaide that we could maybe do within 2 hours. But Alice Springs is in... where's that? Oh, you're upgrading your Xbox. Nice. Need to fly upside down at the top. I bet that'll be a nice upgrade to the Series X. Did you play Infinite Flight before? No. Never played Infinite Flight. Yeah, that'd be nice, 4K. It's just great that you can get this game on the Xbox. I love that it's on the Xbox. I don't play it on the Xbox myself, but the fact that it is on the Xbox, I'm a massive fan of that. I hate the idea that Flight Sim is kept just for the PC enthusiast crowd. That was a really good move on their part to get it on the Xbox. What's the situation with joysticks on the Xbox? Can you plug in more or less any USB joystick and get going? So I think I would struggle on the controller. Yeah, that's a good point. The fact it is on Game Pass is even better. Did the game is so nice to have the controller. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I too am partial to stuff other than flight sim. I kind of feel like flight sim, I don't think of myself as being a gamer when I'm flight simming, but I definitely am a gamer. But I could never stream it on this channel. Like, imagine if I just like started up the stream and put on some like Apex or Warzone. I can't see that going down too well. I'm going to start up a second channel, I think. Start doing some stuff over there, maybe when the new Call of Duty lands. That'd be cool. But yeah, definitely can't do that here. This is not the place for that. Almost feel like there's two sides to me. There's like Flight Sim me, and then there's like Call of Duty version of me, if that makes sense. Way of the Hunter. What is that? Like, I even thought about streaming some Gran Turismo because I quite like racing sims. I've kind of got a wheel set up here and stuff like that, but even that, I know it's still technically a sim. Well, sort of. I feel like this channel is just so much flight sim now that I couldn't dare do anything else. It was a hunting simulator. Okay. What's the other game that's got hunt in the title? Is it Showdown? Hunt Showdown? Played a little bit of that. Interstellar Sunset says, I love that Sims exist. I can't be a pilot due to my epilepsy, but the ability to fly in a virtual world that looks so real helps me cope. Yeah. 100%. 100%. It's, yeah, it's really... really quite remarkable that we have such a quality sim. Multiple quality sims, really, if you count X-Plane. Yeah, the cost is a problem. Flying in real life. I would definitely struggle, I think, to justify it. There's a lot of other things that need to come first. I mean, I guess if you're pursuing it as a career to be a commercial airline pilot, then maybe you just have to suck it up and do it, but as a hobby, I think this is probably where the hobby... Ooh, the sim's going to crash then. The stutter, a couple of little stutters there, and every time it does it I'm like, oh no, it's going to crash. Right, let's see where we are. So we've got 267 miles to run, 152 to Johnny, I guess that is. And we need 50 miles to start our descent to meet our first waypoint. So if we have a look, there's Johnny, 26,000 it wants us at, although we can go to 24 and I'm inclined to do that. And we do have to drop our speed. No, we don't. We will have to keep that in mind though. Hey, no worries. You have a good day. I really do appreciate you getting up early for this. I really do. Oh, God. Right, hang on. The spam bots have found us. Bot has entered and bot is gone. Yeah, cheers, Bev. Have a good day. Take it easy. Oh, you learned in the A320? Nice. I feel like I'm pretty good in the A320 now. But it's the 737 that is catching me out. It's really catching me out. You know, it's one of those where they sort of look the same, they're the same size, they're the same shape. Gauges look mostly the same, but my goodness, the differences are vast. Oh yeah, it's a massive lake, isn't it? I flew it in real life, or flew over it in real life. We flew Vegas to Detroit. And yeah, definitely. As soon as you got over that lake, it was like, whoa, this is big. Real big. Got quite bumpy as well going over it. And we got to Detroit and found we had a 20-hour delay. Yeah, I'm going to keep persevering with the 737. I've done a couple of streams with it. I mean, arguably, maybe I should study up on it more before I stream it, but I don't mind sort of failing in public. It's quite handy to have people actually help out in the chat and things. I think as long as you're up front and say, look, you know, I'm no expert in this, but we're going to give it a go. Most people are pretty good about it, so... And you survived. It's incredible. Good for you. So we can't be far out now. Yeah, 60 miles till we need to start descending. Not long to go. Now, we are going to need to get a bit creative as we get near to San Francisco, because I think the plane is bugged somewhat. So look, if we come down, like you can see, we make our way down to San Francisco. And it wants us to fly over the airfield at about 11,000 feet. And ordinarily what I would expect is for us to kind of come out to... Let me zoom in a little bit more so I can show you. Need to come out to Archie and then come round. But as you can see, the plane is just completely freaked out and just drawn its own path. So the star ends here at Bricks. over the airfield in San Francisco. Now, ordinarily, I guess in real life, at that point you would be vectored by ATC. So we need to get from here to Archie. So I think what I'll do is I will follow this line out, disconnect autopilot, vector ourselves around to Archie, and then bump, follow our way in to runway 28 right. That's the plan. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. Right. Yeah, we're really not far now, so we're going to need to keep an eye on things. "20 minutes out." I mean, it will take us longer than that. We need to slow down and all that good stuff. Probably enter our destination data at least. What's the situation on the ground? 1017, which is 3002. You can put both formats into the plane. If you put the decimal point, it knows what to do. Temp on the ground is 18. Nice. It is 290 and 11 knots. Which isn't nothing, but it'll be okay. Practicing visual runway 19. Good luck. Rooting for you. Nick says about GTA. What do you mean, Nick? I'm not quite sure I follow what you're talking about there. Where are we at? 76 miles. And we need 49. So 25 miles to top of descent. I'm going for the lower end of our range that we can descend to initially, just because really it just buys us some time. It's better to be ahead of the aircraft if it's safe to be, which I think it will be. Given the circumstances we're in today, that'd be fine. Absolutely fine. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the sub button. We do 4 of these a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. So Monday, Wednesdays are the mornings, and Tuesday, Thursdays are the evenings. 10 miles. 10 miles to go, give or take. So we'll just wait for that to get to 50. I'm going to load up the window. Let's go down to 24 at 2,000 feet per minute. Alright, I'd say now is about a good time to get started. There we go. Plane has taken our instruction and this should come down to here, the 2 for 2,000 feet per minute. We'll need to watch our speed. Obviously we are descending, the throttles will go to idle at this point, but you have to keep an eye on the speed tape because look, you can see it wants to creep just a little bit. It's fine. Right, we are descending. I would estimate we're about 20 minutes out. Hey, Caleb, how's things? Good to see you again. You alright? Got to arm spoilers was a bit high. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? Constantly trying to get that little bit better. Right, how are we doing? Speed is under control, that's good. Hazy down here today. Look at that. Alright, let's have a look at the flight plan. So we're heading down to... I've got 24 secs. We can be between 24 and 28. So we'll go for 24 because I'd rather be ahead of the aircraft rather than trying to catch it up. Then we can go to 19. Then 16. Alright, now I've got the 777-787. Nice. Nice. 13. There's 11. So really 11's the target, isn't it? once we get past this one, once we get past where we have to be above 19, I think we just basically go straight down to 11. Okay, let's get our speed under control as well. We'll manually set to 280. That's a good view. I wish they would sort that flicker out, that always annoys me. Gradually getting down to 280, which we will need to be at for this waypoint. Is it going to do it on its own? Hey Nebula, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by and seeing us. Appreciate it. Nice, so the plane has got to 280. Seems to be maintaining it at this descent rate, which is cool. So we need to be above 19,000 for the next waypoint. Above 24. Yeah, very well, thank you. Nebula, can't complain. Spending a very nice Tuesday evening flying the A320. It can't be bad, can it? Can't be bad. Hey, Tom. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in a few days. You keeping alright? Nice. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Nice. So we are going to hit this waypoint. Well, we're already completely within tolerance. We're at 280 knots. We're already below 28,000 feet, and we should hit 24. Literally just at the right time. That was timed pretty well, if I say so myself. Now this next waypoint we can go down as low as 19. Still a couple of miles out before we can go beyond 24 though. So we'll behave ourselves for now. Alright, let's go to 19. Yeah, FMS is tricky. I mean, I've even found that going to the Boeing, like it all looks the same, you know, buttons and stuff, but oh god, here we go again. Another bot. They seem to be quite taken with us tonight, don't they? Alright, so we need to stay at 280 knots. Then we need to be at 250 by Cork. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I find about the Boeing is the FMS. Just similar but different enough that it causes problems. Because obviously things need to happen fairly rapidly when you're flying, especially when you're doing it live. If you get stuck, it's a bit like, oh no, what do I do? So once we get past this waypoint, which once is above 19,000, the rest are all in the negative. Let's say it's less than 16, less than 13, then at 11. So we're going to head for 11 and make our way down. How far are we out? 6 miles. Nice. We'll also need to drop 30 knots between Lozit and Cork. Alright, let's get 11 in the window and continue on down. So I think I'm right in saying we're above Marin County, is that right? We've got the Golden Gate. I guess the Golden Gate would go between that little stretch. Would it be there? That would seem like the obvious place to build the bridge to me there, given that it's the shortest bit. Then our airport is all the way down here. .3002 for local weather when the time is right. Remember that. I'll tell you what, I'll say this now, this has been one of the best performing streams I've had in ages. So thanks, I guess, that's what I'm trying to say. Thanks very much indeed, it really does mean the world. Thank you all for taking the time. Alright. So we need to be at 280 knots for this next waypoint, less than 16,000, which we've already satisfied, which is good. I think once we've cleared Lozit, we will try and get down to 250. I think we're probably going to need a bit of help with the speed brake, so if I'm being completely honest. Then when we get to bricks, we'll take manual control and we'll vector ourselves out away from the airfield, across the bay, which sort of over this way, and bring ourselves in and around. Good. There we go, there's San Francisco. What's that? Golden Gate there. Alcatraz, is that Alcatraz? I have actually been there in real life, but it's been a while. I remember getting hideously sunburnt on that Golden Gate Bridge. So badly sunburnt. We'd arrived from Vegas and we got here and we're like, oh, It's way cooler here than it is in Vegas. We don't need to wear sunscreen. That was a mistake. I can tell you that right now. Right. We'll need some speed brakes. Because it ain't going to get to 250 on its own. Runway 28 right, Nick, I believe. I'll be able to confirm that for you in a moment, but yeah, 28 right. 99% sure. Which I believe is, if I can zoom in enough, that one. So we're going to head on out, around and back in. We'll have to vector ourselves because, as you can see, the plane is freaking out. It wants us to do this, which is just all sorts of wrong, where we need to get to Archie. So I'm going to get us to Bricks, which is basically above the airfield, vector us out towards Archie, and when I sort of get us out here, I can use the direct to function. Yeah, I'll show you how to do that as we do it. We should be in business. Nice. So we're at 11,000 feet, heading towards the airfield. So I'm going to put us into manual heading mode now. When we reach Bricks, I will vector us out more or less in the direction of this dashed line, perhaps slightly more this way, so we can have a bit of a gentler turn into Archie. But yeah, we'll go out over the bay. Definitely not how it would be done in the real world, but we're not on VATSIM and the plane is freaked out, so we're going to have to sort of play it by ear a little bit. Those speed brakes for now. It is San Francisco. Alright, I think that's probably going to conclude our scenic views because we're going to have to concentrate here in a moment. So we're coming up. Smoking meat, nice. Like it. Save some for us. How many miles out from Bricks are we? 5 miles. Get this out, 3002. Let's get these on. Okay. We are basically where we need to be. So if we get to a heading of 80, That should get us parallel with Archie. We also need to get ourselves to 7,000 feet. May just need some speed brakes to keep our speed under 250 at this point. There's our runway. 28 right. So we're heading away. We're going to head on up to Archie for 7,000, then make our way down to 3,000. 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, and boom. Straight in on final. Alright, let's see if we can use our direct to go to... Go. Don't really want us getting any closer to those hills. Where are we thinking of going next? Somewhere in Australia tomorrow, Tom. Still sort of TBC. Possibly Alice Springs from Adelaide. Adelaide to Alice Springs. To activate our approach phase. $15 miles out. We're just going to hit 4,000 feet, exactly where we need to be. Then we'll make our way down to 3. We go. Get approach mode armed. Help bring us in. Now we can lose a lot of that energy. Not much in the way of wind. That's cool. Okay, let's get our first stage of flaps out. Just waiting for that glide slope to come and intercept, which we are well on the way for doing. Nice. Go. Looking good. Looking good. So the plane wants us at about 130.
2,500.
That gear down, that will help slow us down as well. Alright. Flaps full, speed brake, ground spoilers armed, auto brake medium. Eyes down for a full house, I think, guys. All of our lights look good. That's it. I've got to be honest, this approach always throws me off. Always when there's like water, then immediately the runway. I always find those very difficult. I don't know why. It just always throws me off that little bit. It's like I can't quite gauge my distance to the ground because it's all water and it all looks the same. Very strange. Right. Autopilot off. For better or worse, I am now in full control of the airplane. Easy does it. Just trying really hard not to overcook anything on the movements at the moment. So tempting to. You're like, oh, I need to go left, I need to go right, I need to go down, I need to go up, and then before you know it, you've gone too much up and too much down. 1,000, here we go. So we'll do throttles to idle at about 50 feet. Begin to flare at 30. Yeah, we're looking pretty tidy at the moment. Just really trying not to move too much. I'm doing like very, very fine movements on the stick. Almost to the point where I wonder if it's even registering, like is it in the dead zone? Oh. Now is not a good time, chatbot. Right, you see I'm landing an airplane. I'll see to you when we're on the ground.
500.
Nobody click any links.
400. 100 above.
Let's go. A little bit low.
Minimum. Okay. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Hey, we're down. Right, chatbot. Okay, reverses off. And the bot is gone. Honestly, what timing was that? Just as I was trying to land. Yeah, that wasn't bad actually. I was quite happy with that. I will give that a solid 7.5 out of 10. Maybe an 8. Maybe an 8. 8.7. Oh, you're too generous. Definitely had the weather in our favour. Martini didn't spill. Right, let's find ourselves a gate. Like I say, if you're new around here, feel free to hit the sub button. We try and do 4 of these live streams a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And some would say they're worth what you pay for them. Hopefully we don't fall through the taxiway. Now, do I be super lazy and just literally pull up here? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, well, we made it. We made it. Stream tomorrow. Yeah, so stream tomorrow, Tom, will be 9:30-ish AM UK time. Probably somewhere in Australia. We're going to sort of continue our tour around there. We'll start in Adelaide, and the question is, where do we go? There's a few options on the table. I'm going to have a quick look once I finish here in a few moments, and we'll see what that has to offer us. But yeah, that was a great flight. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. That was very cool. Nice route down from Seattle. Cool scenery. Very much enjoyed it. But yeah, thank you all very much for being here. It really does mean the world that anyone at all shows up for this. So the fact that we've had a really good haul today, good load of numbers, that's been awesome. Feel free to sub if you're new. Like I say, we try and do 4 of these a week, plus I upload some like shorts and other various content around the game. And yeah, really cool stream tonight. Really enjoyed it. So thank you very much indeed. And I think I'm going to end the stream there. I'm going to get planning the flight for tomorrow, and yeah, see where tomorrow takes us. And with that, I will wish you all a good evening. Again, thank you all very much for being here. It really does mean the world, and I hope you all have a good day, good evening, good morning, whatever you're doing, and you'll take the very best care of yourselves, and I'll hopefully see you soon.